The Lagos State Local Government Service Commission, LGSC, has celebrated the dedication and commitment of over 400 public servants who have committed 3 decades or more to local government and the local council development areas, LCDAs, across the state. Addressing the awardees at a ceremony, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commended them for their significant contributions to Lagos's grassroots development and progress. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Bolaji Robert, highlighted the critical role that local government employees play in the state's overall growth, praising their loyalty, resilience and dedication. He reaffirmed the state's commitment to fostering a conducive work environment, prioritizing staff welfare, and supporting continuous self-development at the local government level. Chairman of the Lagos State Local Government Service Commission, Kamal Bayowu, affirmed the Commission's commitment to recognizing and rewarding hard work, which he noted is essential to building a motivated workforce. Lagos State Government has revoked housing units allocated to subscribers but remained unoccupied for 2 years. Commissioner for Housing, Maruf Akinderu-Fatai, during a visit to enforce the directive of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at one of the Lagos State housing estate, Shongotado, Lekki, Akinderu-Fatai said the unoccupied units are constituting nuisance in some of the housing estates due to unkept premises, recording shortfall in maintenance schedule and other negative consequences. He also said that the revocation is a directive of the governor based on empirical evidences that most allottees kept the housing unit on the lock while the state continued to feel the pressure of prospective subscribers who need them. The commissioner reiterated that the state government will not allow its investment in the state-of-art housing infrastructure to rot away while genuine home seekers lament. The Lagos State Waterways Authority, LASWA, says it is pleased to announce that the recently launched Omi bus ferries are now fully operational with cowrie cards. In a statement signed by the head of its public affairs unit, Wuraola Alake, LASWA said the same convenient payment system is already in use across other public transportation models in the state in order to integrate and ensure seamless travel options for passengers. Alake noted that the agency is committed to prioritizing the safety and peace of mind of commuters, adding that trips are insured by Lasaco Assurance, providing robust coverage. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, is engaged with motorists, passengers and other road users in Lagos State on the need to prioritize safety when using the road, especially during the Ember months. The safety campaign train of the FRSC's RS 2.1 Lagos Sector Command carried out the sensitization in different languages as part of its 2024 Ember Month public enlightenment campaigns with the theme Speak Up Against Dangerous Driving, Crashes Kill More Passengers Than Drivers. Lagos Sector Commander Kehinde Hamzat said this is in line with the Corps Marshal's directive to actively engage commuters, ensuring they are familiar with safety regulations, report reckless driving and support responsible driving. According to him, empowering passengers with the right knowledge would help reduce road traffic crashes, injuries and fatalities as they are mostly affected when accidents occur. And now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Education, Maruf Falause, has urged the labor unions, particularly those in the educational sector, to prioritize the welfare and education of Nigerian students over strike actions. Alausa made the call during the opening of the 359th Quadrennial National Delegates Conference of Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, held in Abuja. The minister noted that industrial action would not be the first resort when seeking governmental attention to the union's demands. He acknowledged the frustration expressed by the unions due to unfulfilled government agreements in the past, but reassured that the administration of President Bola Tinubu is committed to fulfilling its promises and agreements. Alausa highlighted the president's commitment to making difficult long-term decisions for the nation's improvement. Media and civil society experts have tasked journalists in their role in combating misinformation during the Ondo State gubernatorial election scheduled for Saturday, November 16. They gave the charge at a webinar organized by Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, CAPA, in partnership with European Union Support for Democratic Governance in Nigeria, with the theme Misinformation and Elections, Journalists, Public Educators, and Opinion Shapers. Executive Director of CAPA, Akimbode Oluwafemi, in his opening remarks, highlighted the media's critical role in reporting facts, particularly in the era of fake news, noting that reporting should promote peace and not violence. Oluwafemi said the populace is going to turn to the media for direction, for news, for opinion, and again for perception, and it behoves on the media practitioners to report facts while taking necessary measures against their safety. In her presentation, the executive of the Media Mentors Journalism Center, Joke Kujenya, highlighted the difference between distinctions, misinformation, and disinformation, and harped on the responsibilities of journalists in election coverage, while urging journalists to collaborate with fact-checking organizations to ensure authentic reporting and avoid spreading fake news. Kujenya noted that journalists must understand local issues as well as verify claims before reporting. Rwandan soldiers opened fire in a bar, killing 5 civilians in a southwestern town of the country. It was not immediately clear what prompted the early morning shooting. Rwandan Defense Forces identified the gunman as a 39-year-old sergeant. According to East African countries' military, Rwandan Defense Forces has arrested the suspect and will take necessary legal action against him. It should be recalled that in 2020, 6 Rwandan soldiers were arrested for allegedly raping and beating civilians during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown in Kongado slum in the capital, Kigali. And in sport, South African Football Association, SAFA President Danny Jordan has been arrested and charged for using the group's resources for his own purposes in a fraud and theft case accounting to $72,000. Jordan, 73, was accused of hiring a private security company for his own protection and a public relations company without authorization from the SAFA board. He has denied the charges in Johannesburg court. Jordan led South Africa's successful bid to host the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Solo administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To win the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Local Government Service Commission, LGSC, has celebrated the dedication and commitment of over 400 public servants who have committed 3 decades or more to local government and local council development areas, LCDAs, across the state. The Minister of Education, Maruf Alause, has urged labor unions, particularly those in the educational sector, to prioritize the welfare and education of Nigerian students over strike actions. We also told you that a Rwandan soldier has opened fire in a bar, killing 5 civilians in a southwestern town of the country. And in sport, South African Football Association SAFA president Danny Jordan has been arrested and charged for using the group's resources for his own purposes in a fraud and theft case amounting to $72,000. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adesanya Ejoyuka. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.